Resident Evil, welcome to Raccoon City. This is the last of the Resident Evil movies I need to review before the new one comes out, so if you want to see my reviews, all the previous ones. I actually surprisingly enjoyed quite a few of those movies. Were they great movies? No, they actually were kind of whatever movies, but towards the end I really started to dislike them. But at least for the first three, I kind of enjoyed them and would watch them again on like a rainy day where I was just bored and I just wanted something to watch. Though honestly, we'll see how well I stick to that, but you get my point. They were movies that I enjoyed. This one I wasn't sure how to feel. I didn't watch this when it came out because first of all, I'd never seen any of the other Resident Evil movies or played any of the games, so I didn't really feel a need to. And then it's like I'd heard so many bad things about the Resident Evil movie franchise. I was like, I knew this one was kind of a reboot, but I was still like, I don't think so. Not gonna check it out. And then, I didn't really hear anything about it after it came out. This is one of those movies that, yeah, it came out, people saw it, but I don't know anyone that told me anything about it. So when I finally got around to watching it today, I couldn't understand why. This is a very generic zombie movie. This is better, I guess, to a lot of Resident Evil fans because it's not like a weird action franchise that doesn't embrace that much about the games. This one actually embraces the horror route of it, but I can tell you from clips I've seen in the games, way scarier than this. This movie doesn't really give a shit about being really that scary. It's just kind of a generic zombie movie with some like elements of Resident Evil iconography in there. The plot is like very overly complicated for no reason. I'm like, it's one thing if you were just a generic zombie movie, because if you do that well enough, I can kind of have fun with that. But it didn't even really do that all that well. I was just like, not here for this movie, not really into it. It was just frustrating and boring and just not my taste in a movie like this. Personally, I don't know. I do need to watch more zombie movies, but I've seen enough to know this is not the best one, and I just didn't really care for it. So, kind of glad I finally saw it. Now I can say I've seen all the Resident Evil movies before this new one comes out, and I'm excited about this new one because Zach Krager does some really good stuff. We'll see if that new one is good though. Not that I'm like super hesitant about it, but I also could see a world where I'm like, it could go a different direction than I expect, I guess. Let me know your thoughts.